Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my beautiful people. I hope everyone can hear me. Can you hear me?
All right, I can hear you.
Okay. Wisdom Honest, you are welcome. You are all welcome to today's program. Today, I don't want to waste our time because this is the third week for this same program, this same topic. So I don't want to, all protocol observed. Let's welcome our speaker, our teacher, the anchor of today's program, Reverend Dr. Bishop Solomon Raja. You are welcome, son. How are you?
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, happy Sunday. Yeah, happy Sunday to everyone. Uh, I'm so glad to see us again today. Happy Sunday and happy Sunday. I hope everybody is fine. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of us, to our students, to our followers all over the world who are watching us live today, being Sunday, the 18th day of the month of September, 2022, the year of the Lord. You're welcome. For the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, we've been talking about divorce, marriage, divorce, marriage, divorce. And I think our followers, our listeners, uh, who are doing their best to follow us up each time this program starts. I say, may God bless you. The theme of joy and also is very, very educative. And that is why it is very, very important to come anytime you see such a topic being treated. Because there are a lot of things you will learn, you will gain from it. And like I said last week, Sunday, that nobody is an encyclopedia. Nobody knows it all. And another thing I want to say now that will also help us is marriage has no formula. Marriage has no formula. That is the truth. And there are some things on earth that has formula. Yeah, relationship as per a relationship that have not, metamorphosed into marriage. It may have formula. Yeah, but once it is marriage, it has no formula. The formula Mr. KK used is different from the formula Mr. Kafo used. So that is why marriage has no particular formula. The only thing is anything you feel like you would do and it will make that marriage to work out for you, you do it. Provided that it will favor both parties. Provided it will not be lopsided. Because when I say that anything you will do that will make your marriage to succeed, to survive, to sustain your marriage, the men may think that it is only when they do the thing that they love, yeah, in the expense of the other person's joy, peace, respect, rights. So marriage has to do with that which you will do, and both of you will benefit from it. That is what is called marriage. And the problem of divorce is because there is this particular formula a man may employ in his marriage, and the woman will not find it, conducive, and she will react and agitate against such formula. And the man may think that the woman is now trying to prove stubborn, and before you know it, they will fight for divorce. There is also a particular pattern a woman may think will be better, will be good for them to apply in their marriage. And the man may say, nah, darling, I don't think this will work out in our marriage. And if the woman persists, it may result to divorce. So to avoid that, you need to, at least any opinion or suggestion or any point or formula, whichever way that you want to bring on in your marriage, you want to apply in your marriage, please, you need to table it, and both of you need to discuss it in your round table, okay, in your closet, and you seek for that man's opinion, you seek for that woman's opinion, and if she doesn't react against it, you are good to go. But if she reacts against it, and you try to, give her some reasons, and she said no, you need to reapply another one. That means that one will not work. Yeah, because the sweetness of marriage is peace of mind, harmony, and some of the causes, previously we were, mentioning some factors that could cause divorce in marriage, which we have, by God's grace, we have enumerated, we have listed them, and also enumerated at least a good number of them. But the chief of all of them, the chiefest of all these factors we are mentioning is misunderstanding. Okay, is misunderstanding, and that misunderstanding has to do with understanding someone's temperament. Yeah, because in marriage, before you get married to that your love, to that your dream man, your dream woman, please make sure you try to understand that person's temperament. That person's temperament. We have different kinds of temperament that I may not be able to mention here. But we have melancholy, sanguine. Yes, so and the kind of person the person is, so that you'll be able to follow the person according to the strength of his or her own emotions, according to her temperament, according to his temperament. It is very, very important, please. So try to understand that. And even as we are hinting on this, talking about divorce, nobody prays for divorce. All we are praying for is that we should get married, train our children together, we grow old together, make sure that our children, have a good life, a good future, and that is it. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Afia. You're welcome. Then let's, without wasting time, I believe that some of you may have some questions to ask, and let me tell you something. Nobody is a specialist in marriage. We don't have a specialist in marriage. Yes. There is this movie that I watched. Let me just say it this way. He's a marriage counselor. Two couple they were quarreling. That's a couple, a husband and the wife. They were quarreling, and that quarrel led to fighting. And they came to this marriage counselor, and the marriage counselor was, counseling them, telling them on what to do, what and what not to do. The man picked offense because what the counselor was saying did not favor the man, and what the woman also said did not favor the woman. So the both parties, agitated against that, and the counselor, had to let them go. Do you know that immediately they left? The husband of the counselor, the woman who was counseling the couple that we are quarreling, called her, and according to that movie, we understood that even the counselor is having issues in her marriage. So nobody is a specialist in marriage. Okay, the only thing is we try to attempt to encourage advice. You can be a specialist in a particular field, but not in marriage, because marriage has no formula. Yes, that is why you can't be a specialist there. Because if you say you're a specialist in your home, you may be having problem with your spouse, one way or the other, some disagreements that may lead to quarreling and conflict. Before you know it, you people start throwing blows. So that is it. Mbamigo, you're welcome. Then let's go ahead. Last time somebody, as we were talking, I said something that marriage is not all about sex, 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 sex. That some people jumped into marriage because of sexual urge, to satisfy their sexual urge. Yeah. And somebody said something that is also inclusive in marriage, as it is meant, and it makes the couple to live peacefully. And I told the person that we are not done yet with some points, to discuss about divorce. Okay, so in that sex of a thing that Mr. Timothy said, no, not Timothy, somebody said that day. I don't know, I've forgotten his name. Yeah, but I don't think, maybe it's somebody Timothy. Said is what I would like to talk about, and other things, please. In marriage, there is this thing that appears simple and nothing, but it means a lot. And that thing is denying your spouse, your partner, his or her conjugal rights. Okay? It is improper. The denial of conjugal rights. It causes a lot of problem, a lot of issues in marriage, especially the men. Yeah, the men, I'm coming to your table now, the men. Because when a woman, denies you that, you will target that the woman is cheating on you. And when the man denies you your conjugal rights, you pick offense. So I want to talk about this. And this causes a lot of issues. But before I talk about that, please, I would like to advise, please, for those of you that would be couple, for those of you that will enter into marriage soonest or in the future, please, that very girl you are dating, or that very young man you are dating, you should know the level of his or her libido. It is very, very important. Very, very important. Yes. Yes. Because if your woman has low libido and your man has high libido, it causes a lot of problem in marriage. Because one of the things that causes divorce is this. Because this is where some of the divorces you are hearing he cheated on me, she cheated on me, are coming from. There is this man of God, before the Christian is silent in this area, they used over religion to cover it up. But every day by day, problem comes out from it. So sometimes when you go to a marriage course, the marriage counselor may ask you, do you know this young man very well? That question does not mean whether you know his character, whether you know his family, whether you know his financial capacity or background, whether you know the kind of job he does, or any other thing. Knowing his level of bedroom performance is inclusive. Is inclusive. Please. It is very, very important. So you should know the level of libido of your partner. Please, if you know you have high libido, and that girl you want to marry is not that type, it is better both of you discuss it. You discuss about it so that tomorrow it will not cause trouble. Because the man may be in the mood and the woman is not in the mood. The woman, somebody that has low libido, may stay up to 1 or 2 weeks without having any mutual or whatever. Yes, with her spouse. She may, even 1 month, she will not even mention about it. But the man with the high libido, after approaching the woman, and the woman says, no, darling, I'm not in the mood for 1 month, that man will be looking outside. That man will be looking outside. And when that man starts looking outside, having a mistress outside his matrimonial home, it breaks the family apart. It destroys the family. One is this: the attention of the man will be shifted. The attention of the man will be divided this time around. Yeah. He will shift half to his mistress, who satisfies him sexually. Yes. So that is why you need to discuss it with your partner. It is very, very, very important, please, because it causes that. Then if you are a woman and you have a high libido and your man is not that type, because there are some men that may stay up to 1 month also or 2 months without even having any sex at all in their marriage. It is natural. That is how God created them. And you cannot change them. You can't change them. Yeah. And when the woman comes and she sees that you are not satisfying her, it causes a lot of issues. She is a human being. Tomorrow she may, if it is somebody that has no self-control, she may go out there and cheat on you. So that is why you need to understand each other biologically. Okay? Biologically, we call it biological understanding. We have emotional understanding and biological what? Understanding. Understand your partner, her level of problem or health issues, so that tomorrow you will not blame anybody that look at what happened and look at what happened. So that's one is just a piece of advice to any of you that would like to, enter into marriage tomorrow. But if you have any question as regards to this, you are free to paste it on the screen there. Then I will answer the question forthwith. Okay? Yeah. So conjugal rights is where we are talking again. Do not deny your partner his or her conjugal right. There are some women who are fond of, before their man will sleep or have or make love with them, that man must buy them a gift, and it becomes a tradition. Honey, if you know you touch me today, you buy me a gift too. Honey, if you know you do this, the man will see you as a whore. Oh, yes. He paid your price, your bride price. He got married to you. He doesn't need to pay you before you make love with him. That he will buy you a gift is out of his church mind just to make you happy. But it is not every day. Every day. Giving your man a condition before he makes love to you causes divorce. Yes. Giving your man condition. Honey, before you touch me today, you will do this. Making the man a slave in his home causes what? Divorce. Please, women, take notes. There are some women who are fond of that. And you see, sometimes you see them discussing about this among them, among their group. Not their group that do that. Okay? It is not good. Even the Bible is against it. So when you do that and the man files for a divorce, do not blame that man. Or you do that and the man cheats on you, do not blame him. Because he will say that there's no difference between paying a prostitute in a brothel and paying you. Since I will pay you before you make love with me as my wife, it means I should be paying that money out there or have a mistress whom I don't pay that will be giving me that free of charge. So women, take notes. Take notes. Yeah, I have seen where this thing causes problem. Why I'm telling you all this is because they say that a traveler is more wiser than an old man, a gray-headed man. That is Igbo adage. A traveler is more wiser, has more knowledge than a gray-headed man. That is an aged man, old man. So that is why I'm telling you all this. Then there are fond of do this to me. I'm not going to emotionally. Every day she cries. Before you make love to your woman who is in the mood, you give some flimsy excuses that I will never do that because you spoke bad at.
Sorry about that. The network is fluctuating. Oh my God. This is live all the way from Nigeria. Our guest speaker is all the way from Nigeria. So sorry about that. I know that sometimes when the network, yes, when the weather is not bright, that is what we'll get. Okay, he's back. Welcome back, sir.
You're welcome. So, like I was saying before, the weather interrupted my service. I said, please, men should refrain from punishing their spouse, their woman, sexually, emotionally. Yes, emotionally. Emotionally. That I can't, because you talked bad at me, you insulted me yesterday, you insulted me last week, so I'm going to punish you. And you mean it. You mean it, punishing this innocent woman. You forget that a woman's strength is in her mouth. That when a woman is angry, she can say.
Sorry for that. Chibu Izu Love, you're welcome.
Her mind, and you use that against her, punishing her. Remember, yeah, yeah, you're welcome.
Welcome. Yes.
So please, men should stop that because once this happens, the woman will seek for option of divorce, and there is nothing you can do about it. Yeah, may seek for what? Option of divorce, and there's nothing you can do about it. So if you are a woman and you know you are falling short of one of these things that I mentioned, and you know that your marriage is shaking, please go home and do the needful. If you're a man and you know you are going wrong in this thing that I just said, maybe you're watching me all over the world, please go home and do the needful. Okay? So that, let me tell you something about that. Let me tell you something. When you deny your partner her conjugal right, especially women, they will never give you the best of them. That is the secret. They will be secretive. When you deny your man his conjugal rights, he will never give you the best of him. Yes, he will also be secretive. So for that marriage to be sweet, this habit of denying your partner his or her conjugal rights. Mark that word, her conjugal rights. That is one thing. Two, another one that causes is lack of good home training. Lack of good home training. It could be either from the man or the woman. You know, sometimes when we talk about lack of good home training, people will think we are referring to women alone. No, we're not referring to women alone. This time we are referring to both men and women. There are some men that we are not, well trained. Yeah, and they carried that attitude into marriage, thinking that that is the way the way he behaves when he was single is the way he will behave now that he is married, forgetting that he went to another man's house, another background, to pick a woman there that he needs to change. So lack of good home training causes divorce in marriage. Okay, so for example, let me say this: if you're a woman, there is this marriage that happened in my community 5, 6 years ago. This woman is very rich, and he loved that, and he went to a rich family and married all this daddy's daughter, that don't know how to cut pumpkin, don't know how to cook. The men do everything, virtually everything at home. They don't clean the house. They don't, make the bed. They don't know how. They don't know anything concerning home chores. They don't. They lack. They are 0% in that area. And this young man didn't know. He saw a beautiful woman, a beautiful young girl. He proposed. The marriage worked out. They got married traditionally, and also they wedded in the church. That marriage did not last up to 1 year. Yeah, that marriage did not last up to 1 year. Yes, that marriage lasted just 6 months, and the man divorced the girl. And when the man was asked, "Why did you divorce your woman?" he said that the girl did not cheat on her or on him. She did not cheat on him. She did not insult him, but she lacks good home training. And when he was asked, "What kind of good home training are you talking about?" he said that he doesn't know how to do all this domestic work at home. That only one thing she cares about is she woke up in the morning, still lying on the bed, hanging her leg up, pressing phone, pressing phone. She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to, dress the home. She doesn't know how to sweep. She doesn't know anything. And the man couldn't bear it anymore, and he sent her packing. And the man has gotten married to another woman then, and he have even given birth to children now. Have you seen how lack of good home training brought divorce in just a newly, you know, I don't know, in a new marriage, just 6 months, 6 months, not up to 1 year, they divorced just because of lack of good home training. So listen, there are some things our people do, but they don't understand. Not every man will tolerate that. Yeah, not every man will tolerate that. There are some men that may tolerate that and employ some maid and workers to help in the kitchen. But there are some men that don't like another person to cook for them except their wife. Except their wife. So, and if you don't know how to cook, you see, the story sounds funny. Let me complete it. The man said that the soup this girl makes, even if you give it to a dog will not eat it. Yeah, look at the soup. A dog will not eat that soup. She puts water in the pot and place it on the gas. The water will not boil well. She will add melon, egusi, and she will add everything at the same time. That is, let that pot cook the soup itself. And when she brings down this soup, even dog will reject the food. You see the kind of food a woman cooks because she was born in a rich family. Not that she was born in a rich family. I have seen people who were born in a rich family, but they were brought up well. They were trained well. Their mother did a very nice job in training them. Please, women, take notes. Whenever you are entering kitchen, remember you are not training that child for your own sake alone. You are training that child to market her tomorrow. A woman is a goose. A woman is like a goose that you market. It is another buyer that will buy that very goose and enjoy the goose. That is how it is. Yeah. So everywhere in the world, she belongs to you. So why you think I have to when you are training that child and you think within that very circle, you didn't think beyond that very circle, beyond your family, you are killing that girl. Tomorrow she'll come back home with her luggages, and the last news we hear is, I have been divorced. My husband chased me away. Why? Because I don't know how to cook. And if you're a girl, maybe you are born in these big families, rich family, and you don't know how to cook. Remember, tomorrow you will get married. Not every man likes eating at the restaurants. Learn how to cook, because beauty does not make a woman to stay too long in a marriage. It is one, good home training and her character. There are some girls that lacks respect. When a man talks one, she will talk 100. And you see her, you see pride in her, lack good home training. Are the type of men who, before they do anything for their wife, they will take permission from the mother. Yes. Okay. Before you do anything for your wife, you consult your mother. You will consult your mother. Please avoid that. Or you consult your sister. I want to buy this clothes for my wife. I don't know. I don't know. And you'll be, expecting response. No, don't buy it now. Why would you buy this thing?
The network is really messing up. My beautiful people, we can continue
At the
now.
same time, it
Yeah.
causes divorce. It causes divorce.
The network is very bad. So sorry. The network has been very bad from Nigeria, not here in America, from Nigeria. I'm so sorry about that. I hope he reconnects. But if not, I'll think about it because he need to. We need to. If this will be a series for us, let's do it because a lot of homes is broken. A lot. As I'm talking to you, homes are still being broken now. As I'm talking to you. Yeah. Hold on.
All right. You're welcome back. The last but not the least. The last but not the least. And after this, if you have any question to ask, you can go ahead and ask me your question. All the things I am saying here may sound as nothing, but there is something in it. Another one is this: being selfish. And being selfish. There are some women who are fond of, restricting, taking. There are some women who are fond of that. They don't like their husband to help or his parents. The only thing she cares about is helping her, helping her. All these things are done, which you win. At the time, he will realize that he married the wrong person. Seek for divorce because no man would like to stay under So you are to avoid. Yeah. So I don't want to waste more this very topic, and should be enough. So if you have any question, you're free to ask question. Just discuss here. Marriage, you're free to put it there, and we'll answer you. Remember, I told you that nobody is a specialist, but we still have marriage counselors. So if you have any question to ask as pertaining to what we discussed, beginning from the first day of this discussion or seminar, please, you are free to ask your question. Thank you. I'm waiting. Ask me your question, and I will answer your question without wasting much time, because I wouldn't like to hold you too long for you to go do another thing that you have planned for the day. So thank you so much. As okay, now what should we do to avoid divorce? One, number one is this: you must be responsible. As a man, you must be responsible. As a woman, you must be responsible. Number two, in your marriage, you also need to invite God in your marriage, because anything you are doing without God, it will not work out. So the number one, in fact, is allowing God to be your marriage counselor. Okay? That is number one. These are the ways you can avoid divorce in your marriage. Number two is being responsible. Okay? Because irresponsibility in the part of the woman can cause divorce. Irresponsibility in the parts of the man can cause divorce. So another one is this, like the last one I said, avoid being selfish. Avoid being selfish. Okay, if you're a woman and the only thing you care about is your own family and yourself, you don't care about your husband's family and your husband, please stay away from such life. Stay away from such life. Number four is avoid early marriage. Avoid it to avoid regret tomorrow. Okay? Avoid it. Avoid it. Yeah. Avoid it. It is not good. Yeah. And another one is this. Please be mature. Be mature emotionally, spiritually, before entering into marriage. Be mature. Lack of maturity. Maturity, we're not talking about age, but we're talking about mental strength. Okay? Yeah, when we're talking about maturity in marriage, we are not talking about age, please. Age is just a number. We are talking about mental strength. You must be mature. You must be mature. You must be mature. You must be mature. You must tolerate. You must tolerate. And you must have patience. That and these are the ways you can avoid divorce, please. Because when you don't have patience, and another thing is this: a man, you need to see your woman as a woman. Yes. See her as a woman. She is a weaker vessel. That is the only thing. You know, that marriage lasts. There is one of my uncles that I learned a lot from. This young man, whenever things turn roses, the wife will be calling him darling, honey, because there is money in the account. But immediately this money finishes, what you hear is stupid man, hopeless man, this man, you know, useless man. But do you know that for one day, this man did not raise his hand on the wife? The only thing, the wife will be ranting and ranting and ranting and ranting, and the man will just be laughing at the woman. And the woman, now seeing that the husband is laughing at her foolishness, she will start crying. So please, Mr. Wisdom, you are free to ask a question. So please and please, again, make sure that that woman you married, that you are taking good care of her, and that man that you got married to, that you are taking good care of her. Concerning home expenses, please, the man should not leave it alone for the woman, and the woman should, men listen, men listen, men listen. A woman is not even supposed to spend 60% of her money in marriage. It is never done. Yes, the man should spend 80% or even 85%. The woman should only spend 15% because the Bible called them a helpmate, not the mem oga pata pata. Yeah, just helping. Mr. Wisdom, there is no particular age. There is no particular age. Because if I tell you, some people say 25, some say 30, but there are some people who are getting married at the age of 40. Yes. See, the age there is whenever you know that you are now mentally strong, you are now mentally mature, you get married. That is the answer. Yes. So there's no age. Oh, thank you. Whenever you now see that one, you are mentally strong and mature. Yeah. You check yourself if you are financially stable. Because you can't just go and carry somebody's daughter and you starve her to death. You must have something doing. Oh. Yeah, you must have something doing. One, you must be mature in mind and in your brain. Two, in your reasoning, when I say your brain, your reasoning, your thoughts, everything, your actions. Then also you must be financially okay. Because that woman you got married to, if you can't take good care of her, and another man out there will be taking good care of her for you, and you lose her. That is the truth. And the woman, for you, you also need to be mentally strong. You need to be mentally strong. Okay? Mm-mm. Time the husband has money in his hand, he always say he always stays very far away from the family. But whenever, how, hello, I wish you can bring him on the screen to ask this question orally. I would appreciate that. Yeah. I will appreciate that. Mr. Timothy Ndu B. Yeah. Let me hear your question very so wisdom, I hope I've answered your question. For a woman, you must be, mentally strong and mature. I said it. I said it. I said it. The first year.
Timothy, you can click the link and come up live so you ask the question, okay?
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Timothy, please, this I need to throw this very question. Please, if any other person has any question to ask, the person is free. Don't hide your this thing, your sickness. You are free.
Yes. The
Yeah.
link I provided, please click on it and you will appear with us. You'll be the third guest and you ask your question. We see you, he see you. He's finding it a little bit difficult to understand because it's a lengthy write-up you wrote, okay? Thank you.
Please, any other person can ask question.
Go ahead and bring in
Please.
your questions. The guest is ready to
We need
answer.
question. Do not hide your sickness.
No, do not.
Yes.
You are the doctor's office. Don't hide that
Yeah.
sickness.
Whether you're a married man or a married woman. So bring it on. We are
Okay.
here to help you out. Calculate
Okay.
on me with Passion TV.
Okay. Wisdom honest. Ask your
Yeah.
question.
My question is, can that aspect said that a woman should spend even 30%, that a man should spend 55%? What if the man doesn't
Okay,
have a job
welcome.
and the woman is the only one? Hello?
Okay,
Repeat
So,
your
what if
question.
the woman is the only one working?
repeat your
My
question.
question is, okay, my question is that that aspect you think that a woman should not even spend up to 35% of his, that is of her own money, but a man to spend 85. What if the man doesn't have a job and the woman is only one working? Then the man spend 85, the woman spend 35. That is getting
Okay, let
confused.
me answer. Okay, the answer is very straight. I'll give you answer to that. If you married her when you had a job and at the time you lost your job and she has a job doing, a right thinking person should know that my husband has lost his job. I should be the one helping him now until he gets a new job. Unless she is a selfish type, that is when you start suffering. So that woman should know, as a helpmate, I should help my husband now until he gets a new job. Then I'll go back to the position I was before. So it's a simple this thing there. It depends on the understanding of the woman. Yeah. Yeah, unless the woman lacks that understanding, that is when problem, starts. But when she understands that she is there to help the man, okay, when the man has and when the man has nothing, good, that marriage will work out good. Because sometimes a man may not have, sometimes a man may have ups and downs, and the woman is there to cheer him up, to support him, to help raise the man up, for the man to stand on his feet again. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Mr. Wisdom, for that question. Mr. Timothy, we are still waiting for you for your question. Please, even women, you are free to ask a question. If you're a white lady, you are free to ask. Ask your question, you are before the doctor. Yeah. And a particular drug will be prescribed for you to take. Because today we are concluding this very topic today. We may
Yes.
not treat it again this year.
Yes.
Yes. So please, so that
So I have a statement after last week program. Someone made a
You may
comment.
watch it there. That is why it is there on the, let me. Okay, okay.
Okay, someone
Go
made
ahead.
a comment, and I promised her that I will bring it up today. I'll read it. She sent. I saw it. Let me read it. I think she did a watch of the video. She was not live. So she said, and I read, I believe marriage is based on love. Self love first. Self love first. You can't give what you don't have. Self love comes from the deep knowledge and submission to Christ, who represents love. The greatest commandment is love your neighbor as yourself. A lot of people don't love themselves, and that is why they can't give love. And marriage is based on love. And she quoted First Corinthians 13, summarizes love and marriage. And she said, verse 14, love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. And she said, verse 5, it does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. And verse 7, it says, love bears all things, believe all things, hope all things, endures all things. As she said, verse 8, love never ends. So, my question from this comment is, I didn't say anything. I did not reply because I know I was not the doctor of love. So, my question now, drawing from this version of the Bible she quoted, she said that you should have self love for yourself. That marriage is all about self love first. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah. Self love. Okay. Of the matter is this: marriage must be built on love. Marriage without love makes
Self
that
love.
marriage to submerge, to sink. Loving yourself. Yeah. 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 You must love yourself. Now, let me say something about that. She says self love. And she made mention of, and she quoted a portion in the Bible, and that which she quoted from the Bible is exactly what the Bible says.
Okay.
Now, you see, marriage must be based. Now, when we're talking about I want to explain this thing very, very well. Self love. When you love yourself, there's something the Bible made it very clear. That which you will not do to yourself, you can't do it to another person. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Yeah. And marriage should be seen that way. Marriage should be seen that way. That I love myself so much. This person is a human being. I also should love him the way I love myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Our problem is we don't see love that way. We see love as something that's a condition, is a condition to yourself. Now, out from that, marriage should be built on the foundation of LOVE. Lorate. That is when you will see that marriage will be smooth. Love is ruling in your marriage. But when love is not ruling in your marriage, you endure. But when love is ruling, you. I hope you understood what I said. Or should
Repeat.
I repeat what I said?
Repeat. Yes.
I said that love should be built, or marriage should be built on the foundation of love. On the foundation of love that has no but. For instance, you can't tell me why you love yourself is because of this. Okay? You don't have any condition attached to the love you have for your own life. And that is how it should be towards your partner. Loving the person without attaching a kind of a particular condition on it. That this is why I love this person. A marriage should be built on love. Selfless love, for that matter. Selfless love for the couple enjoys. But a marriage where love is not ruling, the couple endure. Okay? So marriage is not self-centered. Marriage is not envious. Okay? Envious, let me explain that envious there. I don't know, men are fond of this, the men in particular, the men, please listen, that your woman is succeeding in her career and you see her that she is succeeding truly and you think that she will be greater than you, you now become envious of your woman. You allow envy to rule in your life against her because she is growing. You think she will be above you socially, financially, in connection. I don't know. I don't know. You have this envy. You develop this envy towards your wife. That is no longer love. That marriage is now surrounded by witch, because that is anything that he will do to bring this one. Marriage is you compete. I want to be greater than my husband want to be greater than me. You start competing. You can't compete with your husband, neither can you compete with your wife. Destinies are not the same. So I didn't mention this. I allowed it to come out as a question, and thank God the person came through Bible quotation. Competition in marriage between couples is envy, and the self-centeredness. This person doesn't want to support this person so that this person will not be greater than him or her. It's envy. And the Bible is against it. That marriage is no longer marriage. Okay? That marriage is not meeting. Okay? Kinsmen meeting. So you avoid those things. Yes. I don't want this person to be higher than me. I don't want this person to be higher than me. No, it shouldn't be so, please. Man, let me tell you something. If Okonjo Iweala, Mrs. Okonjo Iweala, have you heard about the husband before? Do you know the husband? No. The world does not know the husband, but the world knows the wife. Now, I want to advise the men. Okonjo Iweala being a figure in the world, the husband was at the background supporting her to be at that very position today. And you know that the husband is taking the credit. Don't you know that? But some men may think that the woman is taking the credit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that is why men should be men in particular. Destinies are not the same. There are some marriages today. The woman is the breadwinner of that family. Oh yes. And the man, seeing that the woman is the breadwinner of the family, becomes an enemy to his wife in their marriage. That marriage will collapse. That marriage will never be successful. Mark my words somewhere. So avoid competition of career in your marriage. Support each other. Support each other. Lean on me. That is why it is called lean on me. I lean on you. You support me to climb. You lean on me. I support you to climb. And we'll build your career together to achieve your dream and your vision, to make them come to pass. That is marriage for you. That is love. That is love. That is love. Thank you so much for asking this question, mommy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Wisdom, do you have any question to ask? Do you have another question? And somebody, Afia here,
Can
you
you
are
hear
free
me?
to ask a question. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Sir,
can hear you. Go ahead.
Let's
Okay.
assume now that
Go ahead.
okay, you have a wife now. Let me say, he values his people more than yours. Maybe whenever your whenever your people comes to your house, you feel she'll be who comes to the house,
All right. All right.
feeling happy. So as a man, what
All right. Thank you. I understood. I understood your question. It's very simple. It's
sir,
very simple. This is what both of you should discuss about and talk it out and handle it. It is very simple. Now, a woman, let me tell you this, a woman is so protective of her marriage and her husband. Are you getting me? So sometimes when she doesn't want your people to come, you don't blame her. Ask her a question, honey. Why is it that if this my sister wants to come, you object it? Tell me the truth. Or are you getting me? She will tell you the truth. She will tell you the reason. And
network
please,
is really bad. Network is disturbing. I swear.
listen to her reasons. Every woman, let me tell you the truth. 90% of women do this. Oh yeah, they are too protective of their marriage. Oh. Yes, that is their character. That is that, and you can never treat this very character. It is in them. God purposely put that in them. It is not selfishness. It is protection. Yeah, they feel free with their siblings. Remember, she is not your sister. She's from another background, another family. She feel comfortable with her own blood rather than your own blood. She can only feel comfortable with you as the husband and her siblings. But your own will be, because sometimes, let me tell you the truth, the way she eats, if she eats normally the way she eats, your own siblings may be telling you, is this how your wife squanders your money? So this is how your wife squanders your money. Eh? So this is what is going on. And she'll become a stranger in her husband's house. So that is why sometimes when they want to come, let them stay only 1 week and let them go back to their houses. Yeah, that is truth. So they are too protective of their marriage and their life. So that is their character. It is not selfishness. It is not wickedness. And you as the man, you should understand it that way. My people will come. Okay, unless it is your brother or your sister you want to help, start up something for. Are you getting me? You can do that for the person. Okay, discuss that with her. Discuss it with her very, very well. And make her see reasons why that your sister or your brother must stay with you. If not, it's impossible. She will not agree with you. Okay, so that is it. Another question: for a man to be the only working in the family, even when the wife desires to have something doing, and husband keeps saying, "You should do." No, Mr. Timothy, no. No. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Let me say something. Let me say something. Some men do this because of selfish reasons. Okay, they don't want to. They don't want the woman to work so that they will not. The woman will not say that I'm contributing in, in that is. A woman should also be allowed to contribute, to work and contribute. What if your business empire collapses tomorrow? Eh? Men should think. They shouldn't be thinking within the circle. They should think, beyond that. When you are thinking, a right thinking person should also remember tomorrow that tomorrow is pregnant. Nobody knows what it will give birth to. What if that millions of naira in your account, finishes because of one little problem you have? Then the woman is not doing anything. Who will now take care of the family? Tomorrow, when you see that woman, doing this kind of thing, you say that woman is cheating on you or she's insulting you. No, you should help her, build her up. Start Women like supporting their husband. They like supporting to be their home. That is what. Any other question before I call it a day? Because I have just 2 minutes. Any other question? I hope I have answered the question. Please, if you're a man and your wife doesn't want your people to be coming, over to visit you, discuss it with your woman. Every woman protects her marriage. Oh. I'm telling the truth. Yes, that is the truth. Even if your mother comes, your mother should not stay more than 1 month unless she is sick. Unless she is sick, you discuss it with your woman, and see, families should allow their brother to enjoy his marriage. Families should allow their sister to enjoy her marriage. They should not disturb them in their marriage. Oh yeah, if you have any problem financially, they can send you money, help you, but do not, do not give them that kind of I don't know, making them to feel uncomfortable, in their marriage. Yeah, please, please. Yeah. Any other question? Because I'm calling it a day today. Thank you so much, and thank you for who instituted marriage. Help us in our marriages, to help us. Let him be the counselor that we will only listen to, so that our marriage will not collapse. And for those of you who get married tomorrow, I pray, may God give you your own person that will not give you headache. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now? Yes, okay. So I said, growing up, I grew up in a family where I don't know that people argue in marriages. But look at me. I was so scared to get married. When I see people walking into marriage and walking out of marriage. When I was in school, I have this lady. Every day she comes to school, she cries. Every day she comes to school, she cries. And I would be wondering, why was she crying? In the class, she cries. And me, being me, I hate seeing people emotional. I hate seeing people hurt. Instead of you to hurt, let me hurt. I will go to her. I won't mention her name. One day I asked her, why do you always cry? I was not married. I was doing my thing. So I don't even know what marriage was all about. But all I know is that I am so passionate about guys. I know that I will marry because I love guys so much. And if you don't like guys, how will you marry? So I asked her, do you know she was telling me stories and stories and stories, and I was drawing the puzzle as she was talking. The more she was talking, I was drawing the puzzle. What I'm talking about is this: know your ladies or your lipidos. That's why I'm saying this. So while she was talking to me, I was putting one and two together, and I now found out that there is something she's not saying. There is something she's not saying. She will tell me, we have gone to the pastor and we talked to the pastor, and the pastor, that is how they call pastor. She was just going on her own, pastor, 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 pastor. And being me, I know that I have decided, I have a very good friend. We told ourselves, if we don't know our man, we are not going to get married. I don't care how you see it. That doesn't make me less of a born again or a Christian. Your opinion, it doesn't matter when it comes to who I want to spend the rest of my life with. And thank God I took that decision with my friend, and we're not wrong. I'm serious. So this lady will cry, 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 cry. Because of the education, she sent one of the sons to her country. She sent the two sons she had to her country, and one of them died over there. So the husband now used it as an opportunity to get away from the marriage. I told her, we are not sending this kid. But that was not the problem. The problem was man and woman problem. And they have gone to pastor. Every time they go to pastor, they say different things without hitting the nail on the head. Bang, bang, bang. When she was talking to me, that was when I sensed what was going on. And I asked her, how is your sex life? She opened her eyes because she never expected to hear such from me. She started crying, 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 crying. My dear, that was the problem. And that was what led to divorce. Not even that a son passed or something. That was it. Because they were these churches people, religious kind of thing, and you'll be dying. Hey, I will host marriage seminar. Maybe I will be the guest. I will be the next guest for the next marriage seminar. So I will call it what it is. That is me. By the time I start hitting the nail on the head, everything start making sense to her. She was like, Pa, why didn't I meet you? Hey, Charlie. Ah, Christy, I've not, why didn't I meet you since all this while until this problem got to this? She have to come to my house and spend a whole day. But it was too late for her marriage. So we're just talking for another marriage. And I hope she got another love today. I know she might be watching me. You know, please, everything, if you miss any part of this seminar, go back. Go back, eh? Hey, we are born again. In my family, we are born again Christian. We don't wear trousers. But your husband loves it. We are born again. We don't wear earring. But your husband loves it. When you are married, you are no more doing the will and the wishes of your family. Now you are building your own family. That family you come from, this is how they started. This is how that family come to be. Is mother and father, even grandmother and grandfather, even great grandmother and great grandfather. They are the one who started this family that you now come out of. You have to close your ears and build your own home. Make your home heaven on earth. I'm not that woman, I'm sorry to say this. I don't praise my husband because I want something from him. In short, I praise him every day, like every day. Every day, if I don't praise him, oh God, you know, I can't lie. Let me say 50 times. That is, if I speak with him 50 times a day, I praise him 50 times. Because I have him today. Nobody knows tomorrow. That memory, you know, when one of the spouse leaves, the only thing left for the other one is memory. Forget about money, forget about properties, forget about every other thing. You will see some widows or widowers, sometimes they sit down and the next thing they will shake their head. They remember something. What they remembered might be good or bad about their spouse. Please, if you have not been creating good memories to your spouse, men, to your spouse, women, please make a U-turn from today. Make a U-turn. Change the narrative. Start creating good and beautiful memories, because one day you will only be a memory. I promise you that. One day you will see in memory of Christiana, okay, in memory of Mr. Lagbaja, in memory of this person. You will only be but a memory. My mom has left a memory for us for the past 15 years. It's the memory she left that we are living on today. I don't know who has been a memory in your family. It might be your mother, it might be your father, it might be your brother, it might be your sister, it might be a husband. I don't know how much, even if you live 96 years, like our queen, the Queen of England, is only but a short life. One day you will be a memory. You see, today the Queen is only but a memory. People are talking about the memory they had of her. Try and create a beautiful memory, especially in your marriage. Next time, when we talk about marriage, we will include children in that topic. A lot of people allow our children to be in the middle of our marriages. A lot of families has collapsed because our children are in the middle of our marriages. Not on the side, but they are in the center. Daddy and mommy might be doing their things. Immediately they had Samuel. Hey, daddy is now by the side, and all focus is on the child. And daddy will be feeling and wanting love, but not getting love anymore. And tomorrow, if something like divorce happens, everybody, he's a bad man. No, he's not a bad man. Go back to the drawing board. We have brought our kids in the middle, in the center. At night, when we are sleeping in bed, we put the baby in the center. The baby will be dividing us. Daddy will be going away. We are not paying attention. Our husband will be going away, slipping out of our hands. We couldn't tell because we focus all our attention on that child in the middle. Until I come your way, we'll talk about marriage with our kids being in the middle. You know, I don't know anything. I'm only a presenter, but I just summarized what I learned and what I heard from the speaker. Remember, I love you all yesterday. And don't forget, I promised last Sunday in this month, which will be next week, there will be a recharge card giveaway. Yes, and there will be a recharge card giveaway also on the first Sunday of next month. And remember, my birthday is December the 21, but I celebrate my birthday in the whole month of December. So for that reason, those of you who want to learn skills, please start bringing in your application. I have started getting a couple of them from some of you. Please, I want you to be productive with your lives. I want you to learn skills because very soon with the world we are into today, I don't think that education, especially those of us in the West African, I don't think that education is really helping anymore. Since February, our kids has been home and nobody is listening to them. Nobody is thinking about them. Politics is going on. Everything is going on. The kids of the politicians are abroad schooling, and our kids has been home February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 7 months. They are home. They are home. Please, if no one thinks about you, lean on me with passion thinks about you. Okay? Apply. Write me. I want to read. I want to know why you think you or your loved one is the best candidate for the aid. Whatever you want to learn. This is for people to learn skill. If you want to learn skill, bring it on. I will pay for you. It doesn't matter where you are in Africa, we are paying for you. Someone will verify it and you will get paid for to do what? To learn skill. Remember, I love you all yesterday. Remember, I love you today. Remember, I will always. I will always, always love you.